Thursday. Um, Sorry for the slight delay. I had to clean some cat poop. The
Yeah.
the king's toilet needed to be refreshed, and he kind of gets cranky when that doesn't happen. So today we're going to be talking about how easy it is to build a website. And in order to do that, we are going to, we had already done the beginning part of this, where we had started the site, as far as like securing the name, blah, 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 blah. If you look back, uh, I believe it was like last January, February, maybe March, I had gone through WordPress and created a free site, secured the name for a free site called Festigio. And that would be Festigio, festigio.wordpress.com. Okay, and what we are going to be doing is we are going to be sharing this page here. Boom. We're going to be sharing this page here. And not that you can see my little clicky my bob thing. How big does this show when I go big? Let's go big. That looks big enough to see. All right, if you go full screen, you'll be able to see this a lot better than if this is a little sub screen. So I would suggest doing that. All right, we're going to go over here. Boom. And now you can see my little clicker. And as you can see, there's no site title. It's just FestigioWordPress.com coming soon. And you have like all your tools and whatnot to create your site over here on the side. If you go to my home, boom, it's got nothing there. You still have to give your site a name. I've obviously confirmed my email address many times over with WordPress. Basically, we want to go to appearance first. Now, right now, the current theme is called Hever. But they have recommended themes like blank, and a lot of these are free. I believe I think all of these are available with a free account, basically without paying for WordPress at all. That's the recommended. You can go to the trending ones, though. Some of these are not going to be necessarily free, but they do explain a lot about these types of themes. Basically, it'll tell you if it's it's a single page theme.
How many columns?
Yeah, how many columns, how it appears on a tablet, on a desktop, and on a phone. They do give you tips on setting up your homepage, adding content, logo, expanding your site.
Adding widgets.
Yes, adding widgets. Over here, this is just going to tell you what is available under the WordPress editor when you choose this theme. You can change this image. You have a spacer here. You can change these images. This is your site name and your site tagline and whatnot. you can use this very minimalist one-page theme to increase your the size and scope of your site as well. But we're not going to go with something minimalist. We're going to go with something customized. With their suggested one, the header. It's loading the customizer, and while it's doing its load. Hi, Amy. How are you? Hi. Any day now. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I have technical difficulties here. Okay, there we go. Good. All right, so as you can see, you have, basic links, site title, whatever that title may be, and it starts giving you example content. Basically, this piece of content here takes from your blog and gives people a few blurbs about what you're posting. Example post, example post, example post. You have a mailing list, which we call a subscribe list here. And well, this is close and accept for cookies. Now, every site, if it's free, is going to have this little tagline saying it's a free website or blog at WordPress.com. But more importantly, we're really concerned about building up this part of it. A site identity, you can create a logo, and this is their logo creator. We'll give that time. Basically, you go on to Fiverr, and Fiverr will attempt to furnish you with one at a generally less expensive there we go, and then we just go boom. Food. Let's see what it comes up with. This was sort of unexpected. I wasn't really planning on doing this. So as you can see, these all have watermarks because you have to actually pay for these. But there you go. Really simple, simplistic, because I went for simple. I went for funny. And it did not disappoint. I mean, you can get yourself a logo quickly made this way. You could also, shameless plug, contact Van Meter Design Studios to make a logo for you. She does excellent work, as evidenced by all of the work she does for us here at the network and everything else. Basically, if you have your own logo, you can just select logo and it will. I don't know what this is. Whatever. We're just going to use it. Naughty Ghouls and Voodoo Dolls. Do you know what that's from? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's something else.
Boom.
Just the mock-up.
There you go. There's a logo. Now, what I would do is I would make this into like a banner size so that this way it's at least fits. But on top of this, you put your site title here. You put your tagline, and it'll show up. Boom, underneath your site title. That's from ILMT, just in case you were wondering. You can select the site icon and boom. Now you have the site icon whenever someone comes to your site, the little tiny icon like the YouTube icon or the Shopify icon or the WordPress icon. Instead of that, what will be there is like this here. This is like from ILMT. This is the ILMT logo, and it's a little tiny, made into a little tiny icon that we use to identify the tab that is our tab. As all the letters start going away, you open your 36,000 tabs that you have up on your browser, that icon will still show. And that's the important thing. It's site identification. It reminds people that you're here. And we can just remove all that stuff now. Boom. And you can put a footer credit that will replace your footer down here at the bottom, and just has like, you can make it as small as possible with just the WordPress logo, as long as something is there for WordPress while you have your free site. Then you can also alter your menus. Your menus are up here. Primary is this one. It's home, blog, about, contact. And you can create a page for each so that it can stub separately. Like all of your blogs will post to your blog page. All of your about will just be an about page with a static set of information that you can change, but it won't change as you post. The same with your contacts. It will create a static page with contact information getting a hold of you. You can add items. You could add more, like post categories, tags, blah, 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 blah. You can reorder all of these. You can create a menu down here at the bottom as well as on the top. If you have especially long page, that helps. You can also add social links, which right now they all say WordPress, 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 WordPress. But if you go, boom, social, boom, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, WordPress. And then as you load these up and link them to your page, the icons themselves will change to the site icons for those social media accounts. Now, I know I do give social media a really fucking hard time, but it is the way most people do things. Let me check to make sure I don't have any comments. Okay, good. It is the way most people do things. So you may want to have links that go back to social media. So this way, when people do check out your stuff, they get rid of that too. When they do check out your social media site, they actually can find you, and then if you're here, they can also go back to their social media, to the social media site that they found you on, and support you there. Content options. Well, right now I don't have any content, so it's really difficult to show this off. But basically, it's about customizing how the content shows up. There is no block settings. Got it. You can add blocks, paragraphs, headers, lists. Media, you have gallery images, static images, a gallery that they can go through. There's also collages, compare images where you can do like a before after image. This is really important for people who are in fitness and wellness stuff, what have you, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Widgets. This is where you would add widgets, and there are plenty of different types of widgets you can choose from. Down here at the bottom, you can add a calendar, respectively. I think that actually works here. And if you want to center it, or if you want to align it right. That's as big as it gets. I do think you can also put dates and stuff like that in the calendar. It's like a whole widget thing. I just gotta get rid of it. There we go. Other widgets that you can add. Now, all of these things, they're if they have a red dot, they're definitely things that you have to pay for. You have to have like premium service. Where are we? That's embeds. This would be widgets. Right. Okay, so you can add social icons, RSS feeds. You can group your widgets together in a single bar area. Follow button, Gravatar, which if you know anything about WordPress, they utilize Gravatar for their identification purposes. So that's something that you're going to need to put together for yourself. It's really easy. MailChimp subscriber pop-up. MailerLite. They also partner with MailerLite. Post Carousel, where you can actually just scroll through posts, and blog posts, which is one that's being used right there. Homepage settings. Basically, you can set it up where you have your latest posts show up, boom. Or you can have a static page and boom, your latest posts then show up in a bar. You can choose which page is going to be your post page. My suggestion would always be like the blog. Makes sense. You can hide the header, you can hide the footer, and you can hide homepage title, or you can, boom, have the homepage title here. When you hide it, boom, it goes away. Hide the footer, menu, and widgets. Boom, there's no footer, menu, no widgets. And if you go all the way up here, hide site header, and then boom, that's the top of your site, right? If you have a footer menu, that becomes a viable option where you just start with content right away. fonts. You have to go to the block editor to change your fonts. It's not very difficult, but you start with the themed default, and they do have a decent amount of fonts that you can work from. They do also have suggested pairings. You'll notice that there is no Comic Sans there. All right, we can get rid of that now. And then I think that's pretty much it. And then there's just the additional stuff, but you need the premium plan to do that stuff. So once you get all of that together, and it looks like it's just Donna and Amy today. No one wants to learn how to actually get this stuff all done. Once you get all of this stuff done, then you're going to click Save Changes, and I'm just going to close this out, and it will finish this portion of that setup. This portion of that setup. All of this top stuff. Whether or not you try the WordPress app is completely irrelevant. I don't use it mainly because I don't post when I'm not at a desktop, so I don't need the app for a phone. And then launch your site. And then once you're ready, you click this little red button, and your site is then live searchable throughout the world. Any social media pages that you have, you can link to your website so that when you post, it automatically posts to all of those social media websites. And that's an important tool that you can't forget. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have now spoken for a full half hour-ish straight without stopping.
That's right.
Does anybody have any questions, comments? Here, wait, I'll do this. You can see the chunkus right behind Donna's booty. Now Donna's leaning over like she's going to fart at the cat.
She's done it to me.
All right. I'll give it a minute for everything to catch up, in the hopes that if someone does have a question, they'll come up with a question, and if they don't, all right, no one's got any questions. That's safe to say. All right, so that is literally how easy it is for you to construct your own website and start creating your digital real estate. And that's it. That's all it really takes. And unless you're agonizing over the style choices, you can literally build a website in less than 5 minutes. Hi, buddy. How you doing? You want to come say hi?
Hello to the people.
Karen wants me to marry him.
Who?
Kieran McKenna. Only if you're the wife, McKenna. Watch, you're going to have to spit. But yeah, you can literally build one of these in 5 minutes or less without everyone, just so you know, Kieran proposed to be to marry me and then left because it's a joke. Anyway, so unless you're, like I said, unless you're agonizing over the style, and if you have all of your media assets together, you can literally go and throw a site up in a matter of minutes. And there's really no excuse because it doesn't cost anything. It only costs you your time. And in an age where, as we're seeing right now, social media giants are doubling down on their banhammer usage. Um, Getting the information off of those sites and onto your own personal site where you can just link to means that you preserve your pictures, you preserve your content, you preserve everything. So it's really important for anyone who is creating content or just living a life to stake their own digital real estate. If you want to keep those keep having access to those digital pictures of your children that you have stored on Facebook and nowhere else, you want to get them onto your own personal site. Even if you put them in a private folder where no one else can see them, at least you have them stored someplace where they can't get taken away. And they won't suffer from your computer taking a shit on you. Because eventually your computer will take a shit on you. And if you don't have these stored remotely, well, then you don't have them anymore. As it turns out, having digital photography doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have immortal photography. Like all the pictures of me from when I was younger than 9, there are 2 of those pictures left because, well, fires are a very real thing. And, well, most of the pictures of me as a child burned up. So there's like no photo record of my existence prior. Well, there's like 2 pieces of photo record of my existence prior to being, I think, like 10. Because that's what happens. That's what life does. And it can still happen even though you have digital photography, because if your computer takes a shit on you, there's no guarantee that they're going to be able to pull everything out of the hard drive. And, well, if you have sensitive information in the hard drive, like, all those dick pics that McKenna has in his hard drive, he may all those solid oak shillelaghs that he has in his hard drive. He may not want to bring that to the computer store for the guy who works behind the counter to go and take a look at his shillelagh.
I mean, he might be into that dude, but I don't know if that's an icebreaker or like.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely not a first step. But anyhow, so yeah, that's that. Building website 101, the fast and easy way. Now, as far as what you populate your website with, how you approach that, I do have resources that I personally provided and other people have provided. I suggest looking up Nathan Frazier for copy, for any type of like copywriting that you might want to put onto your page, especially if it's a page for distributing content or products or services. You will definitely want to hit him up for some very useful tips, I guess is the best way to put it, on how to develop copy on your page for making leads and turning those leads into conversions. As far as style, still one of the best resources that I know is Katrina, Chef Katrina at thechefkatrina.com. What is Nathan's website? Copy.
I'm gonna grab it here.
Because I might as well throw those up there verbally, at least.
There is copyandfunnels.com.
That's it. Copyandfunnels.com is Nathan Frazier's site, and he will he provides very useful tools, gratis, and I believe he does also do paid coaching.
He does. He does. It's at fmsmastermind.com.
fmsmastermind.com.
And he does podcastblastoff.com too.
And podcastblastoff.com.
So check him out.
So yeah, definitely check him out, and he will enlighten you on the psychological tools in which you need to really succeed in a digital marketplace. Because your words are going to be the first thing that people see. As far as site setup, goal setting, and all that type of stuff, I still say I would refer to Chef Katrina, which is another great resource for digital marketing. She built herself up over 12 years of digital marketing from zero experience and zero knowledge. So if there were mistakes to make, she make them, and then she can tell you how to avoid them. And that's at thechefkatrina.com. All right. I'm going to make some food. And then we're going to do, providing that Player's Path comes up for me today, we will do Tuesday's Player's Path today. And there's that. Everybody have a great day.
Jonkus says, have a great evening.
And stay safe out there. We will see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.